Yeah. It just disappeared, dissipated. It just disappeared.
Hey there, some drones. Today we're going to be talking about the CS80 synthesizer remake by Behringer and by Yamaha, respectively. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone. This is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. These are my adventures, and I like to talk about them with people like yourself. I call synth drones. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to keep up with all of my synth adventures. Dig deeper at patreon.com/pure ambient drone. Woo! Okay, with that out of the way, let's get right to it, all right? Hopefully by now you've already subscribed, so you get the point of that. Basically, Yamaha and Behringer, they want to make themselves a CS80. And both of them could end up being clones. And the reason why I say that is because even though Yamaha possesses the original layout and plans, I'm sure they do, unless somebody crazy over there threw those away, they're still going to have to make a clone because the original is too big, too heavy, and too expensive to compete in today's market, unless that's what Yamaha is shooting for. Now, let's talk about Yamaha for just a minute, okay? Yamaha's track record has been very digital, to say the least, right? Okay, I think you can all agree with that. In the last several years, Yamaha has pumped out a lot of digital synthesizers, even miniaturizing digital versions of their classics. Now, I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of you people out there who understand analog versus digital. Neither one is better, they're just different. If Yamaha does a digital version of their CS80, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. So they better not do that, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but yeah. So that's one problem that Yamaha is going to have is, are they going to be able to bring back their original synthesizer without making it digital? Because if they do, they're going to have a lot of people very upset. You might as well just call him Roland, because Roland is doing that right now. Behringer has proved that synth drones want analog. Now, Behringer has got a problem, potentially, and that is they better get this right, because the synth drones are watching, and we're watching very carefully, because we do care about price. Price is important to almost everybody, and quality is important. But to synth drones, functionality and sound is premier. You got to have it. If you don't have a balance between functionality, sound, and price point, you're going to have a big problem with synth drones. And Behringer is the one that everyone is watching because they're not the originator of the CS80. So Yamaha stamping their name on a analog, replica of the machine is going to give, or should I say is going to get, a subliminal higher rating in the minds of the synth drones watching, just because that's the way it works. There is a subliminal play at hand when an original manufacturer comes out and re-releases something from yesteryear. It's Yamaha. It's got to be authentic. It's got to be the best it can be because it's Yamaha. Now, before you judge me too harshly on that statement, look at Dave Smith Instruments, which is extremely high quality build, high quality sound, but the price is a little rich for many people. With that being said, when you tell people you own a sequential or DSI synthesizer, they know what you're talking about because you have yourself the equivalent of a Mercedes-Benz, okay, in the synth world. That's my opinion. And so it goes without saying that you're going to get great quality sound out of a Prophet 6, a Prophet 5 for that matter, or an OB6. Just some examples there. Great quality, fantastic sound, and it carries the sequential / DSI name. Now, let's bring this back to Yamaha. Yamaha has had a really good run with their Montage and their Mod X synthesizers. They're playing it smart because they're giving people what they want. But they are still playing it digital thus far. Now, they had a great run with their little mini machines, okay, where they replicated the DX line and even the CS in the little miniature keyboard formats. But they were all digital. So Yamaha is going to have to bring something to the table. My personal opinion, owning the Montage, okay, is that Yamaha has not reached digitally the sound of analog in their machines, judging by what I hear on the Montage compared to my sequential, okay, synthesizers, my Roland analog synthesizers. They haven't achieved that yet. If they haven't achieved this, and I don't think anyone has, I'm not saying digital is better than analog. I'm saying it's different. But at this point, synth drones, us veterans, we can hear a difference, and to us it matters, okay? It matters. If Yamaha tries to pull this off in a digital way, it's going to be a problem. Behringer's got to pull it off in a way to where they don't just make another analog synthesizer, okay? Because if that's the point, people are just going to go out and buy their DM12s. They have to make an authentic sounding synthesizer. It has to sound like the CS80 that we hear demos of. And believe me, there are still people out there that own them. I'm not one of them. I'm sure most of you are not either. Not at that price. With that being said, those who own will be comparing, okay? They will be putting these machines head to head to give us comparisons, and they will give us their opinions. So Behringer has really got to hit it out of the ballpark. Now, here's one more problem, and I don't know if it's a problem or not. It's just something I'm thinking of. If Yamaha is revisiting the CS80, do they own the rights? Now, I understand that patents run out, and I'm sure that the patent on the CS80 is long gone. But copyright is another issue. Roland has copyrighted certain looks, color schemes, and layouts of their vintage drum machines, okay, in an effort to stop identical cloning. And it could be, and I'm only guessing here, please, Behringer, if you like, chime in on this channel and tell us. It could be why we're not seeing the drum machines right now, nor hearing much about them. They certainly haven't been released yet, and we are waiting, Behringer. And a lot of us are speculating. Has Roland put a block, a stumbling block, if you will, in Behringer's road? I don't know. We're curious, and this is the buzz around the internet. I've been hearing it, folks. And anyone with their ear to the ground have been hearing it too. I'm not saying it's true. What I'm saying is what I'm not saying is true is that there's a stumbling block. I'm saying that people are asking that question. Is there a potential for Yamaha to put some legal blocks and pressure on Behringer as well, since they're going to be coming out with a machine that's going to be their own clone. Now, before you guys chime in and start hollering, because there's a few out there that don't listen to my videos, they just jump on something. Please hear me. If Yamaha makes a CS80, it will be a clone. They are not going to go back and make the beast of the machine that they did back in yesteryear. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Today's manufacturing is a whole different world with different types of plastic that is thinner and stronger and materials. I just don't see it. It wouldn't be cost effective for them to use yesterday's building techniques. So therefore, they're going to build a clone. They're literally going to have to clone their own machine. Now, I understand that they made it, but they're going to have to make a newer version of it somehow, some way. Now, I would like, personally, to see something in this machine that is a little bit modern. I would like to store presets, but if there's a sacrifice or a trade-off for sound, then that would be a no-go for me. All right? I would like for them to do something to bring the machine into the modern era so that it's a little more user-friendly and a little more up-to-date. But if they want to make an exact replica of it, I'm fine with that too. I'm just concerned about the sound. If Yamaha goes the digital way, I know I keep saying this, but it's got to be said. If Yamaha keeps going the digital direction, they're going to lose out against Behringer. Behringer's going to go analog. And if Behringer doesn't nail the sound, they're just going to have themselves another polysynth on their hands, and they're going to be up against a whole lot of other analog polys that are on the market today. And that's going to hurt Behringer. Other than their price point, I'm sure will be competitive. Behringer has got to keep the momentum going. You're only as good as your last synthesizer. That's it. The quality has got to be great. The price has to be fair. And the sound has to be exceptional. So far, in my opinion, Behringer is doing a fantastic job, and I'm glad for them. They're giving what we've been asking for. And they're doing something that I have been saying on this channel for a long time now. They're pushing prices down because the other synth companies have either got to compete or get out of the way. They're also forcing other synth companies to be innovative. These guys have now got a real player on the board, and it's not just him versus her or her versus her or blah, blah, blah. This is Behringer playing for keeps. They're serious, guys. I said this long ago that Behringer is in the game. And, you know, I've heard comments on my videos in other places where people say, I didn't know this was a game. Folks, life is a game. It's just not a funny one. You got to take it serious. Business is a game. You have to put all your pieces in place. And you have to know what you're doing and play your cards right. Behringer's thus far is doing a fantastic job. The only gripe I have about Behringer is I have yet to get my hands on any of their synthesizers. They need to get me one of these things so that I can play it, show it, and review it. Heck, I'll pay for it if you show me where to buy one. Just get me one. I'm interested in the MS-101 or their 808 or 909 clones. That would be nice. But really, what I'm waiting for is the CS80 CS80 clone, which is, I'm sure, going to be a ways off. And I want that UBXA clone. Well, I mean, UBX clone. I want the UBXA that they're coming out with. I'm really excited about those. But at this point, I would really like to review some of their stuff. So I know Behringer is a sub on this channel. If you're listening, I got money. If I have to pay for it, I will. Just point me in the right direction where I can get one of these. But I want to know what you guys think about this. And that's where the comment section comes into play. So feel free to tell me what your thoughts are. Please keep it civil, as you always do. I got some of the smartest people here commenting. You guys are brilliant. You guys come up with so much that I just can't fit into these videos. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Please support me over at patreon.com and check out my website, pureambientdrone.com, and support my music. I would appreciate that too. Give this video a like. Until next time, keep calm and synth on.
Yeah.